Puerto Rico's financial crisis has taken a dramatic turn for the worse. The island's governor has halted repayments on its mountain of debts. CCTV's business correspondent and my colleague Owen Fairclough has been following this and joins us from the newsroom. Owen, that dreaded word bankruptcy. Is Puerto Rico now bankrupt?
Well, last year, the governor of Puerto Rico has been telling us that for months now, that he can't afford to keep the taps running and the lights on. But he has managed it essentially by robbing Peter to pay Paul, effectively defaulting on some debts but honouring others. This time it's different. The governor has drawn a line in the sand and said he cannot pay any more. You can kind of see why. Puerto Rico simply cannot afford its $70 billion plus of debts. And the reason this matters is that many pension funds here in the US mainland and investors bought into this debt thinking they'd get a good return. And Puerto Rican pensioners themselves are also in the firing line. The government simply hasn't got enough money to cover around $45 billion in pension liabilities. And the debt pile simply keeps on growing. It'll grow by another $27 billion in the next 5 years. So Puerto Rico desperately needs help. And the governor is now asking the US government to wipe the financial slate clean.
We have asked Congress over and over again to approve the measures so that we can restructure our debts. We don't want a bailout, and we have not been offered a bailout. What we want is a restructuring process that will not cost the United States anything. We simply need the legal tools that will allow us to confront this crisis and assure that Puerto Rico will have a viable future.
That was Puerto Rico's Governor Governor Padilla, and he said this deal wouldn't cost the U.S. anything, but the reality is it will cost someone something.
And billions, Asia. Yes, he says the U.S., not investors. They're being asked to take losses nearly half of their investments, or even wait years and years to be repaid. The problem is it would be pretty hard to find an investor who believes that right now, given what's going on in Puerto Rico. Imagine if you were counting on that for your retirement and being told that you wouldn't get the money back for, say, 20 or 30 years. So the critical decision is this: who loses most? Those investors, or the pensioners, or public service users, or people who need benefits, all the things that cost the government billions of dollars each year.
Certainly, it seems Puerto Rico's status complicates things, to say the least.
It's kind of an anomaly here in the U.S. It's a U.S. territory or commonwealth, similar to U.S. states on the mainland, but unlike those states on the mainland, it can't declare bankruptcy like they can and wipe that slate clean. And that's why we're now in this limbo, where the U.S. government is preparing potentially to take financial control to sort this mess out. Now, Puerto Ricans pay U.S. taxes, but they can't vote for the next president, and what little financial independence they have looks like it will be taken away should the US Congress decide to take the financial reins of this island. At that point, expect years of austerity similar to the kind of hardship that Greeks have had to endure for years now. RCA.
All right, CCTV's Owen Fairclough, thank you.